boy, this is Souls44 and welcome back to Fabric of Souls. And I believe it's time for me to cover the one thing before I head off on some military business and be gone for a while. I wanted to leave you with this. It's called Fabric of Souls for a reason. Part of the reason why is because I have a magic mod in here called Lacrimis. Lacrimis is something that I didn't start working on right away, and that was because to get started, you really can't just jump into doing Lacrimis, but you do need to get a sapphire pick before you can do it. And I'm saying that because you need to be able to get a hold of this essence and obsidian to craft this. This is called crying obsidian. You'll see it also in the world when you break it. Sometimes you'll get crying obsidian, sometimes you'll just get obsidian, and sometimes you just get essence. Yeah, so I found a whole bunch of obsidian. That wasn't a problem. But I did want to get a hold of some crying obsidian in order for me to get this going. This essence from End or End Rebellion is able to be gotten also because of Lacrimis. The Lacrimis crucible is made with silver. I had to create a custom recipe for that to fix that in this mod pack because the silver that it needed was not something that was used by every other by the mod. I had to add that in. So anyway, I fixed it up so it works, just in case you're wondering. But I'm going to show you how this all works. First of all, before I start using this, notice this says drained crying obsidian. And it's because it now has tears in here. But this is what you're going to run into, crying obsidian. And you're going to want to take a regular book, and you notice it's dripping tears. Well, it's not going to drip into anything and be collected away until you have a crucible underneath of it. You're going to right-click a book onto some crying obsidian, and it's going to make you this book. And this book is going to allow you to create the basics chapters, and it's going to unlock it. You can also see it in the L button if you go over here to Lacrimis. So it's going to give you these as achievements. So that's the beginning of this mod pack, or this mod, and it's going to give you some really good magical stuff you can do with some tarot cards. And let's take a look at some of the things that are available. In Lacrimis, you have your Infusion Table, your Crucible, a Soul Chamber, Tear Ducts. I believe you can try and automate some of this stuff, and but it also gives you access to some cool looking armor. But we're really looking forward to getting is these tarot cards, because I want to see what they can do. These tarot cards, whatever these cards are, these different abilities. And then these runes, I don't really know for sure all the things you can do with this. I know you can teleport around, you can move things around with it magically, but it's a magic mod, and magic mod's something that's not available on all the mod packs out there, and I wanted to make sure people knew about it. So what you're going to do is you're going to try and get as much obsidian as you can. And the obsidian, like I said, you have to have at least a sapphire pick in order to break obsidian. A diamond pick will work, of course. It's still really not that fast unless you get like an efficiency. And the use of the obsidian is questionable. I think it just becomes obsidian again once you break it. It gives you two crying obsidian every time you make this, so I'm not going to have an infinite amount. So there isn't a real way to automate this right now, right off the top of my head. But as you can see, it's dripping down now, and these tears are going to collect inside these crucibles, right? So there's discovering tears, and I won't read this for you. You can read it yourself. You're going to want to get a divining rod. I had to create a custom recipe for this too because there wasn't really a recipe for the common silver. For whatever reason, it was crossing incorrectly. So I did that. There's a divining rod, the crucible of tears. Those are the two main things you want to create at the beginning, and then it tells you right here the gap can be up to 4 blocks. Super easy to see. Did some work on it. Paint. I don't have any gas tears, so hopefully that's not something that it wants. Let's see. If you broke a crucible or use a soul extraction rune, you probably noticed a cloud of floating above the ground. While it fades eventually, it's important to be aware of its effects and properties. Standing in a cloud of taint will give you 2 poison. Wow, okay. Good to know not to break it once it's got some tears in it. That's horrible. So it's good to know. Wavering Soul is a special effect that will kill any creature that drops to half a heart of health while under its effects. Anything killed by Wavering Soul in this way will drop a solidified tear. Okay. When paired with the poison, this is a very dangerous combo. Oh, alright. Good to go. So, Taint. Solidified. What can I do with that? Well, first of all, what can I do with this? View entry. First of all, I want to find out what's inside of it. So, 732 tiers, 230 tiers, and you can see some. I guess some are not making it in there. But eventually, this will drain away. I don't know how long it can stay before it quits. It's saying it's drained, but it doesn't look like it's done. But I wanna, I don't know, experiment away, I guess. If you look, the next thing I want to make, I guess, would be the Infusion Table. So, runestones, they're made with tainted sludge. Looks like cobble goes in there and it uses, or cobble or anything in here like this will go inside and make tainted sludge. So I did have some cobble. Let's see what happens. Okay. Well, there's one. I think I need 4. For each of these, I'm going to need 4 times, so I'll need 12 of them. I guess some of them fail. It takes a little bit for it to craft, I guess. Alright. No big deal. One more. There. Now I have 12. And so can I just do this? Alright. Now I have these 3 runestones. What can I do with those before I do that? So that seems to be the only thing I can do with those at the moment. Oh, well, look. Flipped center. Block. Transport rune. Okay. This looks like it's going to take a lot of messing around with here. Healing rune. That's cool. Alright. Looks like I can drop iron inside of it. What else can I do in this? And I can repopulate some obsidian, I guess, with 500. I guess I need to find out how much one obsidian can drain before I find out if that's worth it or not, or if I'm just going to have to keep on going and getting essence. You can turn soul lanterns into tier lanterns, ender pearls into ward sigils, and it looks like it ore doubles. Huh, how about that? It's cobalt dust, what the heck? That's for a different mod, and it's something I'm not going to end up running across. Oh, it's dark. I'm going to die. Oh boy. No spawn, no spawn, no spawn. That's... Creepers spawn really quick and they find me, and I actually had one drop from up there and blow up right here. Like right here. It destroyed some stuff, so like I said before, make sure whenever it gets dark to sleep. Just keep something with you on you at all times. Alright, I think they just become oh, okay. They just become regular obsidian. Alright. Cool, so drained obsidian's better to just leave alone until it says regular obsidian again. Alright. How much is in here? Let me see. Using this divining rod, you can see what's in there. Cool. It uses the same principle, it looks like, that Botania does. You just hold the control button down and it takes you to it. That's cool. Okay. Okay. Tier handling. Tainted sludge, okay. We got that. First the fluid soaked into the cracks making to do infusion table. Yep, alright. So it looks like the best thing to do is to go ahead and get myself a fusion table. So what all do I need? Okay, I'm going to need a crafting grid. I have the ability to make a crafting grid on a stick, so pardon the loud noise. There is a crafting grid on a stick. I don't even know why I didn't bother just making that. I have a trash can on a stick. Why not make the crafting grid on a stick? No problem. Just a sign and a... there. So that way I don't have to keep coming back here and until I get the remote. Whatever. I'll have the remote here real soon. Once I get the really long range remote, I'll be able to do, well, a lot. I'm still collecting rubber. And it does form, which is kind of janky to me. It will form around the edges of the... oh, well. I'll pick up all this here in a little bit. This thing will produce about 4 rubber every so often. I think the best thing for it is to have the longest amount of logs. Like this would be the least all the way up to the most, which is super weird that it grew like that. I didn't do that on purpose. That just tiered up on its own. So I'm throwing that out there. Alright, let's make this. Let's go to Lacrimis again and see if we can make this next step. I'm super excited about this because this is going to be a big part. Oh, I needed silver. Okay, what a dupe. I'm a dope. I know my place is cramped and it's ugly, but I don't... whatever. Once I get the remote, it won't matter. And once I build my underground area, it's not going to be a big deal either. I might as well go ahead and grab some iron, too. I was darn near out of iron, so I had to go mining again. Yeah, whatever. I had to do it. What else might I need? I got some bottles just in case, because I might need bottles. I don't know. And I don't have any ender pearls. No. I left the... I've only killed one enderman the whole time. And I did that so I could create a vacuum... a vacuum hopper. Which is cool, because the vacuum hopper, I'll cover that later. It has an experience collector in it, all kinds of neat stuff. Alright. So... oh, and you don't need fire under it. I did have a fire area under here because it looked kind of cool, but it's not necessary. You just place this down and you put the crying obsidian up there. So, let's make this infusion table. Did I mess up and not... oh, am I going to have to make a custom recipe for that too? I bet you I am. So, tomorrow will be another update to mix this up. Because it looks like maybe it'll work, I don't know. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to create a custom recipe. And it won't. So, for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right away that there is silver from common/global. The problem is when it comes out, it's not coming out as common global. It's coming out as all Tech Reborn. Because Tech Reborn has taken over a lot of the ores, and that's a script written by somebody else. I don't know, but I'm going to have to fix that. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to need to cheat this in. Open the LAN, allow cheats on, start LAN. So I will be doing that this weekend, hopefully before I leave. I am really sorry. What is this? So I hold shift and click that. And I'm going to do silver. And what I'm going to do is do a 1-for-1 swap. So 64 silver ingots, gone. And then I'm going to replace those with 64 common. And that means I didn't really cheat. I just gave myself the correct kind. Okay? Looks like that's going to be a push out hopefully this weekend before I leave on military orders. So there we go. There's the infusion. I really hope I don't need any more of that. Let's see, where do I want to put this thing? I mean, it is what it is, right? Okay. This looks like a better crafting table. Wow. The infusion table, huh? Okay, well, let's take a look at that. What does that got to say? Does it have anything? It doesn't say anything. Oh, yeah, it does. Here we go. Infusion. Infusion Basics. This table should allow me to create things using materials enhanced with tiers. It will definitely be safer than just tossing items in. Place items in the Infusion Table and click the button to begin. Tier ducts. One of the first things I tried with the new Infusion Table is a way to move a bit more distance from the crucible. Now that I have a safer way to craft, I would like to do it outside the splash zone. Okay, tier ducts. Now that I have given the spreading capabilities of the tiers, it turned out to be pretty easy to do. Okay. Gated. One way. Alright, cool. Okay, gated, it's a redstone turn off and on, and gated goes one direction only. Alright. Okay. Soaked tier armor, a special kind of armor that can be crafted out of tier soaked ingots, and while it is very strong, the tiers cause it to degrade very quickly after creation. I'm sure there are some ways to prevent it, but it is far beyond my ability in the moment. Okay, tier soaked armor. Cool. It looks really cool. Looks way better than pretty much any armor in here except for the biotech type stuff, or the technology stuff. So that's kind of neat. I'm wondering if this just has the ability to use the tiers from it. It does. Okay, so it's using the tiers from here, I'm guessing. That's neat. Okay. Wow, alright. Alright, that opened up another chapter. I need more obsidian. I wonder... I'll just, I need more tiers. Ah, I see. So, this should... There we go. It's showing the amount of tiers that's inside the crucible next to it. So I screwed up, and... Don't do this. You know it's gonna mess up, right? Oh, it didn't. Okay, cool. So, this is gonna be bad. How much is in here? I'll just use up what is available. What uses... Oh, I know. Let's go ahead and use this up. Right? Make the... No? I need to use this up because I want to move it in between the two, and then I can use the two. That's 520. That has 0. So it doesn't hurt if I break this. Cool. Now if I break this, I'm in trouble. Now this one was supposed to... Alright, well I'm going to be wasting 80. Uh-oh, that's that stuff. Am I going to die? I don't want that. I don't want that open anymore. Close. Okay, I didn't get hit with the particle effects. I gotta stay away, I guess, until it dissipates. I'm hoping that it doesn't kill me. There we go. Alright, so I'll put that there, and I'll put this here. And then I'm hoping, essentially, that it draws upon either one. And then I'm going to do this and get 2 more. I'm going to run out of the Crown Obsidian, but you get the idea for this episode. I think this is pretty good. I want to make quite a bit of this iron. I don't know what it's used for, but let's find out. While it's doing its thing. The metal seems almost to hold tiers within it, and it seems to react differently. Okay. So that's what it's for. Is it useful for anything else? Alright, building soul cages. By engraving silver. So I'm glad I got that silver. That means I'm going to have to make this a custom recipe too. This is going to be a little bit of work, you guys. So for the sake of modpack clay, I apologize heavily because this common silver ingot is not something that I can get to show up like it should. I know that I'm getting the ore, but for whatever reason, it's getting converted over to Tech Reborn. So let me go check on something. Maybe I'll hurry up. I can catch my grinder. See, that says iTstorMy. That's copper. That's tin. Yeah, it's already ground up all my other silver ore. I don't think there's any way of getting silver ore to just be regular silver ore, but let me find out if this makes a difference. It might be the machine that it's being made in is converting it to the kind of material that it is. It's like this is Tech Reborn dust because it was ground up in Tech Reborn. See, this is Industrial Revolution copper, iTstorMy copper, and it's coming out Tech Reborn copper. So I'm thinking Tech Reborn, and that's fine. It's not going to kill anything. It's just really frustrating. See, iTstorMy is coming out Tech Reborn, and that's bogus. That shouldn't. I don't know. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. It looks like I'm going to have to create a custom recipe just because that's how I had to fix the what do you call it? Cauldron? Crucible. Yeah. That's no good. That's kind of frustrating. But it is what it is. It's just part of it. It's just part of the process. Now I'm also going to make some stone. So it's going to run. It's going to be very noisy. And I am super sorry about all this because I didn't know that was going to be like that. But good thing I did it on a video, huh? Let's get away from that. So let's take a look here. We're gaining it. We're gaining it. So can I do this now? Cool. All right. Where did it come from? I guess it came from here. Since there's none in here, can I do another one and it'll come from the other one? Excellent. So it can pull from either one. So there, I got a dual deal and I didn't have to create any of those tier ducts. I don't want to mess around with fluid transfers right yet with this, so that's part of the reason why I'm doing it this way. Tier 1 runes. Okay. Tier duct connector. All right. Oh wow. What in the heck? Replace the center with any tier 1 core rune. This soul cage uses 7 tier 1 runes and a tier 1 duct connector. It also requires 16 valid cage blocks. Any combination of the following: iron bars, chains, and rods. Activate it with redstone or divining rod. Oh, that is just cool looking. We will get back with I will get back with you guys on this because I'm gonna make this a thing. Like I said, this is Fabric of Souls and is definitely add bookmark. Okay, I'll add a bookmark. So that's something I want to come back to do. Now, what is it for? I don't know yet. It's a tier 1 soul cage. By engraving the silver into the blocks that disperse the soul tiers in a slightly safer manner, I will need to make a proper structure out of this, something to contain the soul tiers without being solid silver, some kind of soul cage. While these blocks will not accept tiers from an outside source, it is pretty simple to fix that. These duct connectors can be used to provide the soul cage with tiers it needs. They could also carry things through the tiers out of the cage. That sounds a bit hazardous though. Make sure to include one of every soul cage, no more than that. It's hard to control. So I guess you just need to build one and then it'll tell you what it's good for. And then we got a lock group. So I guess that's a way of using mobs to make a bunch of soul tiers. So that's going to be something. That's something. These are Obsidian again. So, yeah, so I guess part of this is going to be a lot of going through and finding that crying Obsidian. And when you get to the end, this is going to be more for when you get to the end. When you get to the end, I got a piece of essence. I'm pretty sure I just saw that. I am pretty sure I just saw myself get a piece of essence because I thought I only had 2. But I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, and I will just go ahead and carry on. 0 still. shows I have some. 725. What is this thing? 0 is in there. So the question is, do I want to make the armor and then, I mean, this armor is not all that. Just to see what it's about. Let's see, this is a 7. Protection 1 and Thorns 2. It's pretty good. Pretty good armor so far. I mean, it hasn't really failed me. Or do I want to try and make some of this, one of these soul cages? That's a lot of rune stones. Let me see if I can make some rune stones. And I'm definitely going to make a bunch of... I'm just going to make a whole bunch of rune stones for right now. 16. That's what... That's not... I don't know if that's enough to really do a whole lot. I need 8. So... Yeah, that's going to be a lot. So here we go. It's 1 to 1, right? It's 1. So let's say I need 32. 8 times 4 is 32. Yep, let's just go ahead and, you know, I should just make a stack and just be done with it. Just make a stack and be done with it. Oh, look at that. It's slow now because it's dripping from both sides. All right. And let's look little bitty particle effects floating around on there. That's pretty cool. There is one other mod, magic mod in here that I'm going to show you guys at some point, and that's going to be alchemistry. So be prepared for the alchemistry to become a thing. It lets you duplicate items, but you got to have some skills, man. You got to work at it. You get an alchemical journal, and then you get the transmutation formulas. It needs some work. But being able to duplicate items is going to become in handy because I'm going to be able to duplicate the essence. That's going to be my goal, is to duplicate essence. I knew I didn't have enough tiers to do this. So this is going to be a thing. But that's going to be it for the episode. I need 8 more. So let's not overdo it, right? So 4. There's 1 already there, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will get me all of what I need. That's pretty neat. And if I did another one of these crucibles, I could make it even faster. So in parting, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. We can get enough resources. I want to make it 3 times as fast. Why not? You know what I mean? I'm going to make another custom recipe or 2 or 3. Or I'm going to talk to a friend of mine and see if we can work on a script to fix this mess of... It's modded Minecraft, everybody. Be patient with me. You know, I'm doing my best I can. I'm learning how to script and write Java code and all kinds of stuff. And something that I never really planned on doing this. Especially not in this way. This just came about from an idea that I wanted to do version 1.16, and 1.16 just was lacking a magical stuff. It was very little, actually, to me for magic, and I wanted to give some of these other mods a shot, and I added a bunch of mods, like a bunch of mods to a pack, and was like, I can get this looking good and at least working decent, then people are going to want it, and I'd give them a shot. And I did. Yeah, I know. This is why I don't... can I just switch this to bag and just get this? Oh, I don't have any. So that's why. Okay. I don't want it to be too obvious. I guess I'm going to have to. Oh well. That's outside. There. Should work. Looks neat. Oh, yeah, it works. Okay, these are already out. So, thank you for stopping by. This is Souls44, Fabric of Souls. I want to give a shout out to Sprobblin and to Stormy, soulbunny, Sage. Oh, it does. It randomly drops essence. So you can, in theory, keep this going a lot longer than what I thought. And that ought to speed up the process. Boosh. We're doing it. Yeah. And then it said around a thing of silver. And I'm going to try it with Tech Reborn, and it doesn't work. So there's another recipe. Great. No? I bet you it's on here, isn't it? What? I made an extra one? That's no good. Can I do it with Tech Reborn? No? Please tell me that's the only... Oh. Yes, so I'm going to get a hold of a friend of mine and see if he can help me figure out how to do this and fix it. In the meantime, thanks for stopping by. Fabric of Souls, it's going to be amazing. I think people are really going to enjoy it, and it's going to provide a whole lot of new stuff to everybody. It is harder for as far as comparative to just vanilla 1.16, but it also has a lot. A lot. I mean, I've got paper walls, I've got just weird stuff that I wanted to do, and I've done a lot of that. So I'll see y'all back in a few days. I know it's going to be a little while between episodes. I might try and do something while I'm gone, but it's going to be difficult. I am not going to pretend like it's not. That's weak, but when I do push this update, hopefully I've also got some other recipes. Yeah, enjoy. Have a good one. Bye-bye.